So the wind has picked up, but overall we can't complain because it's been absolutely gorgeous today. And I thought I would share how to make well, it's not how to make, it's how I make a masterboard. And I'm going to use my glue book for this. So what I did was collected some newspapers that have been thrown away where I live. I collected those up and I've been looking through them, and I thought, why not make a themed page, a themed coloured page. So you can see here, this is going to be my blue page here. Now a lot of people rip, and a friend of mine who's an art teacher, she said, Mel, just rip them all, but quite honestly it gets on my nerves because the rip never goes right for me. I need to learn that technique with the ruler where they go and just rip it, you know. But anyway, I'm not there yet. How cute are these? So although it's a bad headline, what I'm going to do is ignore that and use these images and reminisce at the same time about, you know, the good old days where this was, you watched whatever was on television because there was no choice, because there was only one or two, later on 3 channels, and obviously these were some firm favourites for me being as old as I am. Oh, there's a bit of red there, so I think I'll take this, whatever it is it's advertising. I'm going to get rid of all the bits and pieces. So that goes with the red. That could go with the blue, but I'm thinking I'm going to make the cartoons a separate page. What's this here? What colour was this? So double whammy. I will try and rip this one. You see what I mean about it all going on? No, it doesn't really matter. So this clearly is red. Let me put my red bits with that. They're all sorted. This is going to be a green page. Never done just colour pages before, but these pages will be backgrounds, and like I said, they could be a masterboard, and a masterboard is a page where you've glued all sorts down, scraps, bits of papers and all sorts, and you take a really large, like if this was going to be a masterboard, just remind myself, I would glue all over, and it could be, I would glue all over this with, maybe leave some of the colours and patterns, who knows. It's not arty so much as just glue it all down, and then you cut it up into bits, and then maybe I would have used it for my roller decks. I did a double-sided one there. Usually I only do single-sided. That must be when I first started out. So you can see here I've used all kinds of scraps. That will have been a masterboard, and I've used pastels for that. I don't think there's anything else here. Oh, hang on. It's not looking too terrible, is it? So clearly that could be my... And I might not get round to all of these colours right now, but, you know, prepping and having them ready, why not? Oh, look at those blues. Yeah, I can't resist those, so if I tear that, probably I'll have a bit of ocean there. That's a nice blue. The dolphins can come with me as well. This is featuring David Attenborough. Some feature of his. Thank you, David. I don't think I need those other bits. Don't need this. That's let's have a look. Anything else? Anything else? No, no, no. No. If I go out a little bit on this, actually, practicing trying to use my my camera so that I can get it where I want it. As you can see, I'm not very good at it, so that's pretty awful. How do I get it just to turn around like so? That's not too bad, is it? No, you can't be in this, sweetie. No, give me a kiss. There you go. Don't think there's anything else in here. Is there? No. TV guides. Oh, what was that then? Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I think I'll have Mickey Mouse. I could go on that page with the others. And may or may not include it. Who knew? No, I'm not going to have it with the blue though. I don't need that bit of blue. Anything else anywhere? Any blocks of colour? No. Oh, look at that red. Can't resist. So let's cut that out. And then that'll do. Okay. Oh no, I'm lying. I like the yellow as well. Oh. It's like shopping. I think, why do I like this so much? Is it like shopping? Bargain hunt. I'm a great bargain hunter, so I like going into charity shops, vintage shops, and the like, and getting the bargains, and then taking stuff back and recycling. It has that kind of feel to it when you just, you know, you can get things and like this from magazines or any old rubbish. I really love it. So that, or maybe it's because I was teaching for 35 years and we never ever had enough money, and you had a lot of children in your class, and so you would never throw anything away, because what you needed to be able to do was have enough materials for, I mean, in my day you could go up to nearly 40 kids in a class, the madness that was. I think they've limited it now to something around, where's that Mickey Mouse gone? Oh, there he is. Mickey Mouse goes there, there in the blues. Yeah, they limited it to around 28, but still 28 children when you haven't got a lot of money. And, you know, they almost locked the photocopier because, you know, the paper bill is so high. Understandably so as well, because schools have only got so much money. People aren't being mean. Right, so that's that. So let's put those there. Put the scissors away and get out my glue book. Now, I've done a video on this already because I've decided to start sharing what it is I do. I'll quickly flick through, but if I can figure out how to do it, I could put a link in if you wanted to see that. This is the next page, but I don't want, has that got one there? So what I want is to put these away because I don't want these actually to be part of this. I'll use them again. Now, these have to be 2 pages thick. So what I need to do here is to put those 2 together there. Now, what I was doing was using the back of these because it's an actual book. I don't want to do that here, so I'm going to use these 2 pages here. So let's glue those 2 together. and that'll do. Stick it down. Nothing precious about this, doesn't have to be perfect, it's just me having fun. And what colour should I go with first? If I'm fancying the red, I've got to be honest, I am fancying the red. So because I like that so much, so do I cut it up, or do I don't want the wording, although miracle's okay, isn't it? So I think what we'll do is take this apart. Remember, this will be a background. Let's see, is that football? I hate football, so possibly. I want to put in Istanbul. Let's get started. Now, I've got two choices here. I can either glue the whole page or just glue individual bits of paper on as and when I get to them. So even saying that, my brain had decided that I was going to glue them on as and when. So these flowers here, I only want the red, so I'll cut around it. Help. May or may not use that, probably not. Any words that I want there? Possibly, leave that over there. Miracle, possibly. I might want some more of that red, so leave those there. What's in here? Let's have a look. No, I've taken that because it's red, but I changed my mind. There are no words that I want in there, so that can go. Recycling, and then I've got this here. And with this, all I want is this lovely, gorgeous, dark red. So I'm just going to put. And then looking at this, am I going to have to fill the whole page? Possibly, possibly not. I can always find some more. Let's take this little bit off here, shall I? Oh, red on the other side there. I like the gold lettering because you can't hardly see it. So I'll take that off as well. Remembering to cut in front of the camera. Never done this before in front of a camera. Is there anyone really that would want to watch me cutting all these bits and pieces out? I don't know, but I've watched others, and I do believe they took the time and effort to do this. Not for me specifically, but I benefited from it. It's inspired by it. So if I can do that for someone else, then yeah. Right. So here's the thing. I don't want all squares, do I? So I'm going to rip this up into little bits. There goes the roses. Might take out that bit of green. I might save that for my green page. And off we go. Okay, so I've got all my bits here. I'm going to use this if needs be. Oh, that's red there. So what I want to do is do this quite quickly because it's the background. So what I don't want to have to do is spend forever. So I'm just going to go for it. And I want to overlap, and I don't want to be too precious about it, and I just want to stick them down where they may. I like different shades next to each other, so that is something that I will be mindful of. Maybe that could go along the edge there. Yep. spread this glue out a little bit here, even here and here. Yep. And you can go there, keep going, keep going. Don't be too precious about it now, keep saying that to yourself. And then you are reminding yourself that this is a quite random. I know that there are some, especially Margaret, who just is amazing. Margaret Miller, if you've never seen her, she's just fabulous. But she does say, she gives you both. She gives you the idea of focus and an artist and tones. She'll give you that detail if you need it. And then in another videos I watched of her, she said, look, just do it. Just start, make a start, do it. So here I go. So this will be my red page. I'm clearly not going to have enough, and I thought I would. So I'll cover that little space up there. It can go in there. Not bad at all. Let's glue that little honey bun down there. That little honey bun needs gluing down there. And I will be gluing things on top of this, so it won't matter too much. Now I clearly need some bigger pieces here, so I'll glue on. Maybe a bit more glue. Let's just say, yeah, and there you go. Another one. I need one at the bottom here. I think what we'll do is go really close to the edge there. It doesn't matter if you go over other pieces. Nothing matters at all. Do what you want. Okay, you can go away. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on you. I think you can cover that top bit there. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. So, can go there. I really don't want the name of the football club on. I suppose it matters that much. So, I need to glue that. There, I think. I'm going to cut that bit off at the edge there so it can hang over. That one there. And I've run out of red. So I like these lines on the edges there. Okay, that one's done. And now I'm going to have to either use felt pastels or whatever, or if I find any more reds, I'll stick those on. Could use that, I suppose, couldn't I? I'll just take that off. And what can that do? Share some glue with that one. Piece there, I think, and nice big piece there. Oh, that's looking really good. Really, really good. So, next, blue or green? I think it's going to be the green. And what I'm going to do is take these two blocks, but I don't want that middle bit so much. So I think I'll just start this one. So I'll have that, thank you very much, and I have the bottom, thank you very much. Don't want the rest of it, so just take that off. Okay, I'll do. That's the green started then. I say these are going to be a Masterboard. Remember, the Masterboard is the random sheet. I could sometimes get an A3 sheet, or I could get a double spread of a newspaper, and then I start gluing any old things on them. A scraps tray. I always have a scraps tray or three from when I'm making my junk journals, and all those bits and pieces get stuck on, and it's surprisingly satisfying. It really is, because you're using things up, and then you're creating something that, you know, you couldn't plan, because it's scraps and bits of paper and such like. So there we go, and that will need to be a 2-page layout. Wouldn't normally use lined paper like this, because I used to use it so much, but I've got such a lot of it from my school days, you know, and what I've bought over the years, and I don't want it to go to waste. And I'm not sitting waiting for it to be something that is what we've done here then. Is that supposed to be glued onto that one? No, I've got two there, so I've gone wrong there, haven't I? So I'll probably pull that one out at some point. I'll do something with it. Does it matter? No, not at all. Right, so that's my green done. I'm not doing yellow today. Oh, that's a bit of green there. That can go on that page there. So let's scoop up some of that glue, stick that on. I like that there already. I like the contrast. So I'm going to put these at the back there, because they are going to be used at a later date. And I'm just going to work on this very last one, which is going to be, no, that's going to stick, isn't it, there? It won't matter. Just pull it off. It doesn't even matter if it tears. The joy of this. So let me just cut these out. Good old Tom and Jerry. Do you know, I do remember thinking as a child that I love Tom and I love Jerry, but he was quite mean, that Tom, to Jerry. But then again, he wasn't that mean, because he never caught Jerry. So at the child's mind, you have to think to yourself, well, you know, is it fair for Tom to constantly be chasing Jerry? It was a bit like a guard dog, because Jerry would be taking things from the kitchen. So in your mind's eye, you just have lots of little dilemmas, you know. Was it right to take from the kitchen? Was Tom right to blah 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 blah? So, you know, anything that makes a child think like that in any ways is good. So I've saved a bit of his arm there, and I don't know if I'm going to use him. I'll put Popeye on. Do you know that Casper the Ghost one there? We didn't get in the UK a lot of Casper the Ghost at the age when I would have been interested in it. It was the Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry's, and ooh, what was that one where it was probably it was called Catch the Pigeon. I'd sing it to you, but you won't appreciate it. So he can go in, and here's Daffy. Is that Daffy Duck? I think so. Right, that's all done now. So how big is Mickey Mouse? Because I want this all on one page. So yeah, he's going to have to go on first, isn't he? And I will be going over him a little bit because I can. It could be that I glue over most of it, because the idea isn't to make something neat and tidy, and it's what I feel like at the time. Is that this little pole there? Yeah. Okay, so that's blue, isn't it? So scraps box. Who knows? So that's nearly done. Let's stick him down. There you go. And he's down. Then, yeah, do you see what I mean about having to glue over him? Might move him over a bit. Move him down and over a bit. And then you, Bugs Bunny, can go there. So my brain said, no, you don't want to glue all over him now. You do want a bit of him sticking out, so whatever you say at the time. My emotional self. So I can go there. Where's his arm? I did have a bit of an arm, didn't I? And I know I cut it out as well, so what's it? Who knows? I'll have to look through my scrap box. Mind you, if I stick Daffy somewhere, if I put Daffy there, yeah, doesn't seem too terrible. He's got this big hammer sticking out there. There we go. Just thinking then of that film where those two grumpy old men, Walter Matthau and another guy, The Odd Couple, that was it. I don't know if they've done about one of those, but it was really funny, The Odd Couple. It was a bit old for me at the time, you know. It was I came to appreciate The Odd Couple, and I'm sure they've been, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been versions of it since. And The Odd Couple was a really uptight kind of neat freak type guy. Got plenty of family, lovely family members who are like, I'm not, but each to their own. How does he go there? Yeah, he does. He does because he does. Oh yeah, and he's really uptight, and then his friend gets kicked out and has to go and live with him. That's why they're called The Odd Couple. One's a neat freak, one's a complete slob, and it's really funny how they get on. Right, so that's that one done. Put those away. Started my green page. There it is. And my red page. 1, 2, 3. They all now need to dry. I'm going to leave that one like that. Hope that's inspired someone. Until next time. So I'm back at my desk. These have dried nicely. The red one dried really nicely. The green one is a bit crinkled, perfect. And then the cartoon characters, and you can see I've put that over it because I think I'm going to be using that effect. However, what I thought to myself was that I want to work on these spaces here, and what I could do, absolutely 100% do, is use my bits and pieces that I've collected, and especially that one. I mean, how gorgeous is that one there? But I think this is too nice. I like it too much, and this one's too orange, so maybe not. So what am I going to do? I've got out some acrylics. Just these are acrylics that I've picked up along the way, so they're not high quality. They're just, oh, that was a bigger blob than I wanted, but I will be using all of this and a bit of, and why this colour? Because I'm working towards this kind of goldy brown here, but does it matter? No. And then clearly I want some red in there. Do I want a lot of red? I don't know. Is it going to come out? Maybe give it a poke. Where's my pokey thing? Oh, and by the way, you might have noticed that today I have a nail. Now, I went through, and it's only when I'd finished that I realised that my nail had popped off, because I just glue these things on. Haven't found it yet, so if anyone spots it here while I'm doing anything, I can't see it. It probably came off when I was washing the dishes, or so. Who knows when it came off. And I just got another one out. I'm running out of them, so I've ordered some more. I used to have my nails done. I had a nail appointment and all that business. I loved it because it was a social event, if you like. We'd have a gab with your nail person and chat away and such like. But I moved away from the area. My mum passed away and things changed, life changed dramatically. Said goodbye to my job that I loved, but quite honestly was getting to be too much for me, and with the various aches and pains. And I was fortunate enough to be able to go say, right, what's going on here? Enough is enough. Time for a change. So sold everything up. Mum's house went, my flat went, and moved to the seaside, and I'm very happy now. I could still work if I want to. I'm doing, at this point in time, I'm doing a lot of volunteering and trying to find my feet, which is good. Do I miss my job? A little bit, but not enough to want to go back to it. It was very intense, and I had a lot of responsibility, which at the time I loved. Is that a cat hair? Do you know what? This isn't happening. So, I wonder if I there's not much in it. Should I just chop it off and just do it that way? What have I done? Oh, yeah, that looks like a good one. So I'll find a way to use the rest of it today. It's come out there, splodged everywhere, which is about right, and I don't mind. It's okay. I think that's what made me good in my job, was that I just didn't mind. You know, it's not the end of the world, is it? And really and truly, you know, I want to keep that in my little stamper. Might even use it today. So, will this one, which again is an old one, will this one give me any paint? This was not the idea, was to sit here and struggle with paint, but such is life. That one's empty. Is this going to give me anything at all? Oh, no, that's dead. Probably why I picked it up. So it's just these two. Where's the little lid gone for that? Because I did have a little lid, and here and gone. Will turn up. So let's mix these up, shall I? And I'm just going to, and I tell you, I watched a new lady came up on my YouTube feed this morning, and she used a sponge,
and she did, I think she did it with watercolours, but it doesn't really matter. And she just sponged an area, and I was like, well, that's what I'm going to be doing in finishing these little, what I thought would be masterboards, but maybe not. I don't know, I'll see. I think these would be great though, if I can, to cut up and to use with other projects. But what I don't want to do is commit, because too often in the past I've committed, and if you commit and then you don't do it, there's a sense of I've let myself down. And this is not about letting yourself down. This is about just splidging and splodging and cutting and gluing. And actually, what's interesting is that in my last job, I did so much gluing and sticking that I promised myself that I would never touch it once I was out. But hey presto, that was a job, and this is me just working on being mindful about my mental health and about setting myself free from constraints that have been placed on me in the past by family and work, and things that I didn't mind doing at the time. You don't really see as much of as a constraint at the time, but it's only afterwards when you think to yourself, well, hang on, when was me time? And this is it. This is it. Any other little white bits? There's a bit there, and there's a bit under there. So I think I'm more or less covered. So I'm going to go in with a deeper red now, and cover up some of these, bits and pieces of words and such like that. I just realised that that's the team holding up the cup, and so I will probably cover these with bits of paper and such like going forward. Who knows? Right, there we go. And that one is done. So there's a white bit there that, I don't know, can be toned down. Is that all done? It is. I'm not going to use this piece here because I might want to cut out the whatever I put in on that page. So and I intend to take all of the pages out of this, those that I've used, and I bought some little ring things. Margaret Miller again gave me this idea, and these open up, and then I'm going to make a book of, I don't know, bits and pieces that I like and enjoy. I'm looking forward to doing that. So what do I think? Yep, I think that's okay, and I think that could dry now. If I turn that over, it's going to transfer to this bit of paper here. Oh, there's me little lid. On you go. Give you a wash in a minute. And where can all these go? I'm going to need to put these in something just temporarily, and I don't want them to go on my just reach into my bits of plastic drawer, plastic bags and such like. I collect them and pop all those in there, and then they can be dealt with later on. And job's a good one. Job's a good one. Okay, there we go. So that's that one done. Okay, so this one here is green. And what I'm going to do is, because I've got red there, I'm going to just finish off this bit of paint here. And take that out, even though it is green, because the green will come into it any minute now. So I'm just like to finish off. Don't don't like to waste anything. So that's there. Now I need my green, so I have to get out my old acrylic, my box of acrylics that I've collected, which is going to be easier said than done. Let's put you there. Oh wait, there's my coffee, so I'll pinch a bit of coffee off. Right, pull this box out. And greens. That one there could do being used up, not much left in there. So that one can come out. Emerald green, yeah, why not? I have no idea whether that thing is even going to be, but why not? And then a contrasting colour. Don't want yellow, no. I'm going to use that bit of blue. So, close you up. You can go away. And here we go. So, I have a feeling that this is going to be a scissors job. And what I'll do is I'll use up all these bits of colours. Yeah, I think it's dead, that one. Let's have a quick look. Anything coming out? Oh, look at that. No waste Mel. And these weren't expensive. Can't remember where I got them from now. I bought them new, but I have been looking out in the vintage boutiques, the charity shops, for, you know, bits and pieces. I would hate for these to go in a bin and, you know, somebody's missed out. There we go. So, yep, it's done. Now, a bit of this one. Is this, it's not acrylic, is it? Linda Barber, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's going in. This is a little green soup of paint. And in you can go. Oh, I'm liking the mix here. And then something totally different. And in you go. So, oh. And that's a little splotch there. Now, I'm not going to mix these up too much because I do want the different colours and I don't mind the red. So I'm just going to blob them. And that can go. And just keep going now. So this one's going on a bit thicker. The bit of that red can show through. I think I need to glue this little beauty down here. Where's my glue? Okay. A splotch of glue there. And keep going. Look at this. It's going to take too long, so I need to be a bit more aggressive. Get rid of those, put those away. And that's an interesting observation, is how precious I can be when I start off. As you know, as if I'm going to be marked or judged. And when you've spent most of your life and your job being marked and judged, It just shows how it just kind of becomes part of who you are. And nobody is marking me, or, well, they might judge me on this. I mean, who knows? Feel free. I'm my own person. I'm not particularly someone who takes any notice of other people's judgments. Well, that's not strictly speaking true. I mean, I might do in certain scenarios, but as a whole, no. Right, so I'm running out of paint. Just blob it on now. This is not going to have to be complete cover. I do want to cover up the words there. So, in you go. Okay, so I've run out of those colours. Time for a little bit of blue. And I think I'll be using some more of that runny stuff. Not much left in here at all. So this stuff here with that super thick stuff. Okay, let's have a go with this one. In you go. To really drag that blue through. Not made that much of a difference, to be fair. And I think I'm done. Let's add a border here. Why not? That wind is blowing there. Do you know what? I woke up this morning and it was absolutely gorgeous. And looking out of my window, I can see where it's all clearing up, and those clouds are clearing. So, mate, that's coming our way soon. So, the sound of the whistling wind, because I can't quite get this window shut. Well, I could, but it's a bit of a palaver because I'd have to climb over things. And so I'm just not that bothered at this time. So, what do you think, Mel? Do you like that? Yes, yes. Oh, look at that blue coming through there. Yeah, I really like that. Really, really, really like that. Who knew just by sticking these things down? So, I mean, I've got glue book up there, but, I mean, maybe I should turn the page now and it can become part of my art journal. It's morphed because I love that. I absolutely love it. I don't think I'll be cutting that one up. No siree. Where's that bag with those other paints in? Let's pop all of these in here to be sorted out at a later date. The paint I'm going to keep. So, looking back, that one's drying nicely. This one here will do the same. A lot of it will transfer to this page, and it really doesn't matter. In fact, what I'll do is this will become something else because it didn't. I missed a page out by accident. So now I need blue. So I'm looking at blues and reds and greens here. So let's just carry on here. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to streak this up for no other reason than I can. And go around the edge here. Take that up, because although this isn't my blue page, this was just a fancy using these images page. So there we go. Some really nice border there. That bit's turned out. Yeah. I found out that I do like framing whatever it is that I'm doing. So with the junk journals, the ladies would frame the page with ink, and I really liked it, really liked that effect. And it's carried on. So that's okay. What I'm going to do is get out, I think, a bit of red, just because I was using red, and there she is, and incorporate that into the spaces. I think I'll do a little flick. There. And nearly done, because this is going to be a background, so I don't have to be too precious about it. It's just going to be the backdrop for whatever else I decide to put on it. I want to watch these lovely ladies who give me all these ideas. They do the same, and they encourage experimentation. They encourage. So I wouldn't have thought of using a sponge, a bit of a sponge today. I just would not. It wouldn't have occurred to me. So thank you to whoever she was, Cecilia or someone or other. I think she is a real art teacher like Margaret. And my YouTube feed decided that I needed to be inspired by her. So that's good. Look in here, I want this little space here, which is too blue. Yes, that works really well. So this is going to cover I think it's going to cover Mickey's face, and I'm going to cut it up into pieces. I'll do that now actually, because this is dry. So I think I'll have a little beach scene there. These little scraggy ends at this point in time. They could actually frame the corners. So that could go over Daffy. I like that green though, so maybe not. I think that can go over Casper. But then again, it cuts off so Bugs Bunny's head there, Casper there. Why not? This little honey can go I don't know. There. Do I like that? Not so sure. Or do I want it to be more of a inner line, like so? So that it's all lined up. Yeah, I like that better. Absolutely 100% do like that better. So should I glue it down or what should I do? I wouldn't come on here if I were you because you're going to get paint on your paws and that's not good for you. Yeah. Oh, I love the way you listen to me. Mind out, mind out. There we go. This is a bit of an old one, so it's not going on as easily as I would like. But do you know what? I've managed. So daffy. There you go. Nope, 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 nope. Stay there. I'm going to stop for a cup of coffee in a minute, so you can have your cuddles then. Yes, you can. Nothing to see here, nothing to play with. No. Come on, be fair. You're going to knock everything over. Here. There we go. Oh, now I've got a fistful of hairs. Sweetie, not now. And that one. And the last of them. That one. And then I think it's cup of coffee time. And I'll come back and have a look and have a think about what it is that I've done. Just help that a little bit. It's interesting how I like the randomness of this. Okay, don't need that, that'll go into the bag, sort that out in a minute, put these away. Let's have a look. So it's interesting, he's going to go eventually. I'll know he's there. What I really like is this here. So clearly I'm liking the paint more than I'm liking the actual images themselves. I think that needs gluing down. And I did glue back in there. This is why, you know, who cares? Because I'll be using this and going over it, so I'm not so bothered. Stick that back in there. Really, really like that. Who knew from its beginnings? And my red page. Again, love it, absolutely love it. Green page and not so much. It's okay, it's alright. Okay, that'll do.